Hey guys, welcome back to the Comic Book Lowdown. I'm Wellington, and this is it. I'm finally bringing you guys my art video. I decided to do this video once I actually finished my sketchbook, all the drawings I could do in there, filled it up, and thanks to my girlfriend, on Monday, our anniversary, she got me a new sketchbook with more paper and more pages than the last one had, and also she got me some new drawing pencils and drawing pins and all that other kind of good stuff. So thanks to her for doing that. Now I can continue drawing in a notebook instead of on paper, like you'll see with a lot of these other drawings. And these date back all the way to 2007, early 2007. So at that time I was only 12 years old. I'll be turning 19 this year, so it goes quite a bit away. And it's just going to be cool to look at these drawings again, see how I've improved over the years and even over the months with my drawings, as you'll see in this. And so, let's just dive in right now. I don't know how long this video will be, but yeah, it should be fun. So stay tuned for that. Alright guys, so sorry for the shaky camera. Here's the first drawing. This goes back to February 23rd, 2007. This terrible drawing of Spider-Man. I used to think Spider-Man was the hardest person to draw ever, honestly, but you can tell that this one was not that good. I was 12 years old when I drew this, so and this drawing was straight out of my head. I didn't even know how to shade, but I tried to do it, and yeah, just so don't make fun of me too much for these drawings. This was actually the same day. I used to have a drawing book from Marvel that would kind of try to teach you how to draw by doing the whole stick figure first thing, and I was trying to do that at first, but at that time I couldn't really do it. Here's just the Fantastic Four versus the Silver Surfer. This was day after those last two drawings. A lot of these drawings I did on the same day. Yeah, you see the Silver Surfer's looking like really fat, and so is Johnny Storm, and the Thing doesn't look like anything, but he doesn't even look like he could have been human before. The only really good thing about this is Sue Storm, and she's kind of ugly. So, again, not the greatest of drawings. The next day, drew Ghost Rider, which wasn't too bad for that time, considering the last drawings you've just seen. Human Torch again, same day, drew it really bad. It's just, here's the starting of my drawing, really. Well, I've always drawn, but, this is February 27th, my cousin's birthday. Drew Captain America. Again, 12 years old. That'll be the last time I say that, hopefully. Same day, drew Iron Man. Haven't drawn Iron Man since, actually. So that's kind of great. Here's the best one so far. And I looked at a picture to draw this, I'm pretty sure. Because it wouldn't have come out even this good had I not. This is Namor coming out the day afterwards. Oh, and these next two will probably be the best of this time period. This is Cyclops. Same day, the 28th. A couple months later, in April 10th, I drew Wolverine. Yeah, I didn't know how to draw legs. But the face was actually not far off. I really can't draw a Wolverine face. This looks absolutely terrible. Try to draw Venom the day later. He looks like he's suffering from elephantitis. It looks like he's riddled with tumors in his legs and has no knees. But I wrote Venom kind of cool. So there's that. Drew Gambit, same day. Jacket wasn't too bad. Or the hands, they weren't too bad. Just the face was kind of bad. And the legs. I drew this one from my head, actually. And I only gave him 4 fingers. This is Symbiote Spider-Man as he's, being taken over. As you can see. This wasn't actually too bad. Then for a couple months after that, still same year in September, for whatever reason I wanted to draw Power Rangers. So I drew the White Ranger. I know Incredible CJ will know what I'm talking about with that whole Power Rangers kick. And still, for whatever reason, I didn't know how to give people 5 fingers. Then there used to be this anime show that me and my brother would watch. It was about boxing, so I drew some of the characters there, but these have no dates on them, so I don't know when I drew them. But these aren't really that bad, actually. This is kind of the art style that they were in. But I looked at pictures to draw these. So, and again, I don't remember if I've said this or not, but these aren't all the drawings that I own of mine. These are just some ones that I chose to show you guys. This one's not bad at all. Maybe the knees, just, they are not detailed really. This one is a pretty good one as well. It goes with the art style that I found in the pic, like from the show, kind of goes with it pretty good. Then now we jump to 2009. So I'm guessing that those were also in 2009. But I drew Iron Maiden, the Trooper. I love Iron Maiden. One of my favorite bands, if not my favorite. Saw them in concert 2 years ago, and they killed it here in Tampa. They were just so awesome. So I decided to draw the Trooper. It's kind of hard to see because I didn't darken it or anything, so it's kind of fading away. But that's cool. Jump to 2012 now. Looked at a picture to draw this Thor fighting Beta Ray Bill. This you guys have probably seen this image somewhere if you followed Thor. I colored pencil and stuff like that doesn't really go good, but you can see that this was a pretty good drawing that somebody else did and that I copied. Again, another thing that the first time I ever drew Batman, and this one actually came out really good. But again, looked at something to draw this. For the next couple, I looked at something to draw. Besides the last one that I'll show you, I drew that on my own. Again, this is something I drew from looking at something. I labeled it cool: Dark Knight and Marvel Knight, Daredevil, and Batman. Here's probably the best one I've ever looked at and drawn, and that's Deathstroke. This came out very, very good. I love this drawing. I really wish I could have drawn this on my own, but I didn't. And this final one I actually did draw on my own. That's Deadpool. Did that September 12th, 2012. Now I'll jump into the book, sketchbook. I'll kind of zoom through some of these so you guys won't look at the whole book. And nothing in this book is something that I looked at and drew. So everything comes out of my head. First drawing I drew, Spider-Man jumping over the rhino. This came a couple of days after that, Deadpool. These all come from 2012 and 2013. Spider-Man over the lizard. I'll probably show you guys 2 things at a time with this, actually. Spider-Man the Lizard and Spider-Man Doc Ock. Again, none of these came anywhere. I drew this one on the bus. I was taking a field trip to college, and I was on a bus, and I'm surprised this came out as good as it actually did, especially the Spider-Man, because the bus was shaky and all that other kind of stuff. This one's alright. This Daredevil's alright. This is a character I made up, called, I've always, jumbled over the name, either calling him like Dark Avenger or Dark Justice or something. I really like the Justice scale, so that's why I used that for him, and I put this over his face because Justice is blind. So that I thought that was a cool idea. There are also some drawings that see, I was playing with this thing again as well. They're sideways, so just practicing on some of these. There are some drawings that I don't have with me because I've given them out, and there's one that's hanging on my wall. There's just more trying out with this character that I was doing. Again, at this point I wasn't really good, and this is just when I'm really starting to get back into drawing with the stick figure first. And here, I kind of drew what the character would look like without the costume and just under his shirt. Sorry, my arm's getting tired. This happened in October, so before I was still 17, before I turned 18. Just showed some guys beating up my character. Trying to work with some colors that obviously didn't work. And now, I'm just working with some stuff. Same character. I think these colors work better. Then there's a back view of him. And then just still. This is how I drew Superman the first time I ever drew Superman, and it was terrible. I tried to draw him from my head. Clearly, I didn't know what he looked like off the top of my head, and it's terrible. But I have more Superman drawings coming later, and you'll see how this turned into something else. And this sucks. I hate this drawing, but it definitely improves later on. Here, I was trying to work with some backgrounds, try to draw backgrounds, try to learn how to do that. And so I thought this was pretty cool. Train station, train coming in, and there's a fight going on here with my character and just another guy. A couple drawings I was doing backgrounds. Here's same guy, my character, beating up another guy. Other guy saying, "Oh God, please don't." And then my character saying, "I'm not God." So, I was trying to do that gritty stuff. Here's just a fight. Some of these things got smudged because I'd never used Sharpie to darken these things, and I didn't color them, so they smudged against each other. Spider-Man keeping the peace between Deadpool and Wolverine. And Daredevil kicking Bullseye in the face. Again, some of these are hits and some of these are misses. I don't like this one. That Carnage and Venom, didn't like it. Here's one that was a cool idea, but I just didn't do it right because there wasn't enough space on this whole paper. And I drew Spider-Man and Venom way too big and then Daredevil way too small. Drawing of the Hobgoblin. I made him look pretty fat, but first time I ever drew the Hobgoblin before, so there's that. Rorschach. This actually came out pretty good. Of course, not Dave Gibbons good, but none of these are like that. This was a bust. Batman came out alright. Daredevil also came out alright. Hobgoblin throwing a bomb at the Green Goblin. This one was actually cool. First time I ever drew the Joker. And this looks like almost an Adam West Batman. But besides the colors. I ran out of black marker for this and gray marker. So his cowl, his cape and his cowl, they're actually painted. And then first time I ever drew the Joker, which will greatly improve, and you'll guys see that later. Decided to do a whole thing with some monsters of the Marvel Universe that, they're regular scientists, and then they turn into green monsters. So the Hulk, first time I drew the Hulk before, didn't come out too good, but the Lizard definitely came out pretty good. I like that lizard. And just a simple thing. Can skip over that. Spider-Man fighting the Scorpion. That was kind of cool drawing, cool idea. Just did that kind of weird. Cyclops fighting Magneto. Thought that was a cool thing. I made Cyclops' feet look like duck feet though. Same thing I did for here with Wolverine and Cyclops. I like the brown suit Wolverine now. I used to not like it. Black Panther. This is when some of my drawings started getting better. I started drawing hands better. You can see, like, that looks like he's actually doing, and it's not just like this. It's like all, there's feeling to that hand, I guess you could say. Just a simple drawing. Thought this was cool. I did a old school type of Venom where he doesn't have, the sharp teeth and all that kind of stuff. I didn't know how to draw webbing yet. I thought it was cool. Venom chasing Spider-Man. Then here are some drawings that I did either at school or there was a point where I had, well, no, actually this one I just did at school. That hasn't come yet, but here's Batman. And on the back there's actually Daredevil where I first tried to do this in front of the grave. And then it moves on to this, which would have been cool, but I made his hands really big. More Daredevil. I really like the character Daredevil. He's a really cool guy. Venom, first time I ever drew Venom, came out pretty good. Then Venom again. Carnage, which pretty much made one of my Sharpies die out, and I didn't have another one for months, really. Wolverine. I've only got one Wolverine drawing that I'm really proud of. The Doppelganger. I thought that was a cool thing. I've drawn a couple Doppelgangers actually. I forgot to take out the first drawing of the Doppelganger that I did. Showed you guys this before in a video when I did my Maximum Carnage review. And then the next one is where I did my Minimum Carnage review. As you of course see the theme in the past two drawings there. Next time I drew the Scarlet Spider, second time I did it. And here's the one Wolverine drawing that I'm actually like kind of proud of. I got the colors pretty good on this. Maybe the blue was a little too dark, but whoa, and getting really tired. But the face is the only time I've ever drawn a Wolverine face good enough in my opinion, and the mask good enough. Simple Deathstroke drawing, did after a test, so I did it pretty quick. Ghost Rider, I didn't even darken it. This was just a really quick one. This one's pretty good. This is in January of this year. Deadpool, Deathstroke, awesome characters. Deadpool kind of walking to you, but I didn't really get the effect right. That was a simple thing. I showed this in another one of my videos showing when I did Deathstroke, when I reviewed the Deathstroke in Gotham City of Assassins. And here's where the Joker gets really good. Like I, teased before. This is where this is the Joker that I'm really proud of, and this is where my art starts taking a turn for the better. Like for the far better. And then here's that Superman that I teased before. He's got the spit curl, he's got the muscle, he's got, good jawline, muscles on his legs, cape, flowing cape. The symbol is pretty good, and so this is one I'm proud of. And then I drew this one in school. Superman, Batman. Black Cat. I had to make her strong, but try to make her still feminine. The Punisher. The reason I'm drawing these on paper is because this is when I moved and I had lost my sketchbook for a while and I didn't know where it was. So this is the first time I drew the Punisher. I didn't even trace it out though. The Thunderbolts. That Hulk was kind of weak, but I got a really good Hulk coming up soon enough. Sorry for the jump cut, guys. But anyways, here, continuing from the Thunderbolts, I was on a huge Punisher and Deadpool kick. So I got Deadpool saying strike a pose, Frankie. Punisher's like, shut the hell up, wait. Did this one in school. Some ones that I didn't finish. Punisher shooting at Daredevil. Daredevil standing off. This one was alright. Here's a cool one. Deadpool and Boba Fett. I did that one in March, so not that long ago. I showed you guys these in my Deadpool Dead Presidents review as Deadpool as a judge, and we got the zombie Abraham Lincoln and the zombie George Washington. That's why I didn't give them pupils. Another tribute, and this is the Iwo Jima statue, except with Deadpool's and the Deadpool flag, and this guy is my favorite one because he kind of fell off. This one I thought was I don't like the Toxin in this. I don't like the drawing of Toxin besides, up here. Like this whole part I thought was good. This part I thought was really bad. But the Venom I think is really good. So I'll do a close up on that. And I kind of give you a sense of the size difference between the two. So I like that about it. I just don't like how I drew Toxin. And I'm starting to be able to shade better at this point. This one I like. Venom Jack-O-Lantern. I should say Flash Thompson Venom. And here's that Hulk I was teasing. And also a Thor. First Thor I drew in this book. And we got Wolverine. I decided to do, the two characters that the two main characters Hulk is always going up against that are, big heroes in the Marvel Universe, is Wolverine and Thor. And so just put them going up against Hulk, but this Hulk was just trumps, the drawing of Hulk trumps these two drawings. These two are alright, but this Hulk was just, incredible. The back is just absolutely, he's ripped. So I like that Hulk. Here's another one. Venom Spider-Man. Catching a punch, throwing one back. I like this one, the Riddler. And if you guys see here, I actually made the Riddler's hand go in the shape of finishing that question mark on his cane. And I didn't actually purposely do that, but the way it worked out was awesome. I did this in school as well, after a test. I like these. Some Miguel O'Hara 2099 Spider-Man. Another one. And we're coming up to the end of this book. I didn't really like this Batman. I didn't like, I kind of like made his ears like almost cat ears. They're kind of separated too much, and his feet are just not that good. But he is yoked in this picture. There's no wonder he can beat up anybody because he is so jacked, at least in this picture. And coming close to the end, this one I really, really love, Moon Knight. I really love this drawing. I did that this month. Just I did this on the 10th, and it's the 27th. so not long ago. And this Thor is beast. Did this on the 18th, so relatively close. And you know, I decided to give Thor like this big nose because a lot of people draw him as like almost a pretty looking, like a pretty boy type person, even though he's, you know, jacked. I gave him a big nose because he's supposed to be like a brooding Viking. You know, he gets in a lot of battles, and he like has a lot of sex because he's, you know, this great warrior, not because he's, you know, the cutest guy in Asgard. So it gave him kind of an ugly look, but you know, he's just jacked. And this is where I started learning how to do capes a little better. And the last drawing in here is drew Beta Ray Bill. And I thought this one was a really good one as well. This is the last drawing in this book. And I think I went out on a high note on here. Final drawing of Beta Ray Bill. And, you know, it kind of goes back to that Thor and Beta Ray Bill drawing that I drew before. And now we're back here with the same two characters. And, you know, they're my own drawings this time. So, kind of bringing it back to some older stuff that are done before. And, yeah, so it's the final drawing of this again. You know, of course I have more drawings. But that's all the ones I'm showing for right now. I'm Wellington signing off with the Comic Book Lowdown, and I'll see you guys next time.